of Jacksonville rapper Foolio. The men were convicted of killing the rapper, whose real name is Charles Jones, on his 26th birthday back in June of 2024. And we brought you the verdict tonight as breaking news during our 6 o'clock newscast. Right now, our Sydney Deshawn is joining us. And Sydney, up next is the penalty phase.
That's right, Anthony. All four men could face life in prison or the death penalty. Tonight, they were convicted on multiple counts, the most serious being first-degree premeditated murder.
The jury has reached a verdict.
After about 8 hours of deliberation,
Guilty of first-degree murder as charged.
Isaiah Chance, Sean Gathright, Davion Murphy, and Rashad Murphy all found guilty of first-degree premeditated murder in the killing of Jacksonville rapper Julio Foolio. His real name, Charles Jones. Sean Gathright dropping his head down and in tears as handcuffs were snapped on him. Davion Murphy was seen on camera yawning through the verdicts. Foolio was ambushed and shot to death in June of 2024 outside a Holiday Inn hotel in Tampa as he celebrated his 26th birthday. 3 others were also injured in the shooting. Investigators say the 4 men traveled together from Jacksonville to Tampa, tracking Foolio for the hit as part of an ongoing gang war. Isaiah Chance's girlfriend, Alicia Andrews, joined the road trip. She was convicted last year of manslaughter in Foolio's death. Cell phone records and video surveillance played a big role in the case. Prosecutors driving this home in closing arguments.
When these 4 men decided and planned and came to Tampa for one night, for one purpose, and that was to hunt and track and kill Charles Jones.
Now, the jury will be back next week on Monday to start the penalty phase, and as we mentioned, they will decide between life in prison or the death penalty for all 4 men. And
Yo, what's up, everybody? Simple 2. Okay, back with no video for this Sunday afternoon for y'all. So breaking news, man. Breaking news, man. Okay, our 4 men who was involved with the death of the rapper who the Foolio got life in prison. So I read something to where I think the 4 men that was the 4 men some found guilty in the I say in the charge for murder of the rapper, and how got down 4 men. I think that was Isaiah Chance, Sean Gathright, Rashad Murphy, and Davion Murphy was found guilty on it on Friday. So I said it's type of like a court hold on, I should y'all seen this little clip of the of the trial. So I think one of the dudes, I think Sean, Gathright was crying on the video scene to where I think that the dude was in the courtroom and how he was crying, and but I think all 4 men was found, found guilty for the murder. So I did video in the past unto where I think the female, who was involved in it, I don't know, I think the video, that's how I did video to where I think the female, was involved in the crime, so I did. So yeah, they bill unto where I think she got 10 years for the manslaughter charge, with the rapper. So I think all 4 men, had tracked down the rapper. Someone took a floater back 2 years ago to where they had tracked him down and how they got him killed out there. And so I think the rapper, I think who Foolio, I think having a type of a birthday party, someone took a floater until where they had they trying to have tracked down someone in a hotel, and how things had went tragic around to where the rapper was shot in a car. And so I seen the video to where I think like one of the dudes had grabbed type of I don't know, I think the dudes had like shot the car into where to where the bullet had went through the dude's head and to where he had got killed while he was driving his car, and how he trying to get away from the gunshots, and how the rapper, I think Foolio, didn't make it, and how he got killed. And but I feel like all 4 men were charged basically of murder, how they get a lot of time to do, man. But so I feel like that this crime happened back 2 years ago, to where this crime had went over the news, over the whole at the internet, to where the crime had occurred, and how the rapper, who the Foolio, You know, I don't know. I think he got something involved in the Delhi gang feud with with the people out there and how he got himself killed out there. You know, out there behind the gang feud. You know, could be how like gangs who don't like each other, how they wanna do murder. You know, do some stuff like that. But I feel like I don't know. But I do feel like the rapper thing who the Foolio had. I don't know. I think he got to be with some people out there somewhere. Where he from. You know, out there in Florida. And how the whole beef had went straight around to where he got himself killed behind a feud that happened. So I think he was just like, I think fiddling with a couple of gangs out there, especially for Florida area to where like gangs can be about, ops, the killers, and they got him killed out there. And but I do feel like I don't know, I do believe that the female had, tried to do I don't know, I don't know, I did video in the past, saying that I think this girl had to do set up to get killed, and to where I think this girl name was name was I think Alicia Andrews, so she was the female who's the mastermind of the killing, and how she got to do set up, man, and how she doing 10 years for the crime. And but I think all 4 men were charged with with the murder of the rapper. How I think so I think all 4 men were charged with murder, how they doing time, and how they get life prison or death penalty for the crime. But I think each state, like Florida or Alabama, I think if you are a person who gets involved in the murder, means that you can't get a lot of time, means that you can't get the L, life prison, or death penalty for the crime you do. But I feel like death penalty can be probably much more higher and severe to where I said, like if you do let's say if you are a person you trying to set up a type of robbery or set up a type of murder, means that you can get a lot of years, I said 40 years, 20 years for a crime, 30 years for a type of murder, and how, you get double life. Life means, Mr. L, but I feel like that, our 4 men were, found guilty for the charge, and how they doing, bunch of time in prison, man. But I feel like that, if you out here trying to, live a type of gangster lifestyle, and knowing that you can get yourself killed like that, man, but how, like, or you can't do a lot of time in prison behind it. But I feel like the 4 men were, but I do feel the 4 men, involved in the murder, how they killed this rapper, and how do, but I do feel like every rapper gotta be killed out here, man. You can't just be high beefing with somebody and know that, things can go down. But I feel like but I do feel like the rapper thing, who the Foolio, could have had just, started beefing with him, and how the dude, I think could have lived to see, the age and how he got killed, and how he had, I don't know, things people should learn how to do in life is to not beef with nobody, man. Beef on songs or, diss with your ops, man. But I feel like the ops that came out and killed him out there. But I feel like such a relationship to his family, to his friends, love the rapper, how the rapper, who the Foolio, was the one that got himself killed now, done, man. So it's sad. So, special light coming in, try some peace. I'm out here. Take care and peace.